right, so this is going to be a video for the install on the IQ tick collar, and I have my IQ collar and I have my Soresto collar. So the problem that some people are having is that the collar gets caught in the netting and then we'll actually pull the netting out. So in order to avoid that and make install much easier, I will show you how. So it starts with prep work. So we have our collar normally goes in like this. So we're gonna actually cut off a couple pieces. We're gonna cut off the end here. And bye-bye. And we're gonna cut off the hooks. Now the key with the hooks is to make sure that everything is flush in the collar. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. All right, so we got our, sorry, these scissors are horrible. Okay, so what you can see right now is that there's pieces of the hooks here. And of course that's gonna obviously snag in on the mesh here. So we need to make that as smooth as possible. So I like to flip it upside down because this is the side that comes in contact with the dog's neck. And I'll just trim it down so it's nice and smooth. And I'll do it on both sides. And again over here. And over here. All right, so now our prep work is essentially done. The only thing now is if I try to put this edge into the collar, I will show you what happens. It is going to get caught on the mesh and then you can't really go anywhere and then you'll pull the mesh right out. So we have to make this part prepped as well. So what we want to do is create like a little half circle here into the collar. So we are just going to carve that out. The smoother, the better. And the reason is this actually will drive the rest of the color in real easy. So I want you to see how I actually have a nice circle over here, or it's a nice smooth surface here, but I'm still, this part's a little bit sharp. So we're actually going to trim that down a little bit more. And then we're gonna make our, we can leave it like this. You can leave it like this, or we can trim it just a bit more, make it a little bit more smooth. We have plenty of color to play with. Now that I have that nice half circle, I'm going to angle my scissors. See, I'm angling my scissors, and this will take off the parts at the top that could potentially get snagged into the collar as we're putting it on. So again, it's all about making it nice and smooth for the top, or for the part that's gonna go in, so that nothing gets snagged. So see how I'm just rounding out the edges, making it nice and smooth. Okay. I know it's a lot of prep work, guys, but remember, $40 collar and 8 months that this stays on, so it's worth it. Okay. Now when I go to put the collar on, if I stretch it this way, we're gonna have a lot more resistance trying to get in. So try to angle it towards you, okay? And then we get this nice pocket that opens up right here. And we just slide it in and it just smoothly goes all the way down to the bottom of the collar. Ta-da! All the way down. So now, we have all this extra color here. So what I do is I just trim it down to the notch that it's at, and then that makes it easier to pull this out in 8 months when I'm done with it. And when it's time to replace. So a couple ways I can just pull this out just a smidge, cut it off. This part does not matter if it's sharp, smooth. It does matter if you have good scissors, because clearly mine are horrible. Ugh. gosh. 3 colors, they've gone bad. Okay, and then just doop, done. And now we are ready. Now we're ready for the dog. So again, this is the IQ tick collar.